Welcome to Easy Language. Learn language easily. Let's start. Daniel was a teenage boy who lived in a small coastal town. The town sat near the ocean, surrounded by hills and old trees. Many of the people there made a living by fishing or running small shops. Life was simple and calm, but Daniel had a secret dream that made him feel different from everyone else. He wanted to be an inventor. From a young age, Daniel loved to take things apart. Old clocks, broken radios, and even worn-out fishing reels, and try to fix them or make them better. His room was full of metal pieces, tiny tools, and half-finished projects. Some people laughed at him, saying, "Daniel, why waste time on this? We are fishermen and shopkeepers here." But Daniel's parents smiled and encouraged him. His father often said, "Son, follow your heart. If you believe in what you do, you can achieve something great." One winter, the town faced a big problem. The old lighthouse on the cliff was no longer working. Its light was weak and flickered often. Many ships depended on this lighthouse to guide them safely to the port at night. Without a strong light, the ships could crash against the rocks. The townspeople were worried, but no one knew how to fix the old lighthouse. Daniel listened to the men talking about the problem at the local cafe. They said the lighthouse keeper had tried everything, but he could not make the light bright enough. Daniel thought, maybe I can help, but then he hesitated. Would anyone trust a young boy to fix something so important? At home, Daniel told his parents about the lighthouse. They agreed it was a serious issue. His mother gently asked, "What will you do?" Daniel took a deep breath. "I will try to build something that can help," he said. He imagined creating a lantern bright enough to help the lighthouse guide ships again, or at least shine a strong light in the darkness. Daniel began working late at night, after finishing his daily chores and homework. He found an old lantern frame in the garage. He cleaned it, tightened its screws, and replaced broken parts. Then he searched for the right kind of glass and a special type of oil that burned brightly. He even tried adding small mirrors inside the lantern to reflect and increase the light. It was not easy. Some nights, he made mistakes and had to start over. Sometimes he felt tired or discouraged, especially when he heard people in the town say things like, "A boy can't solve this problem," or "He is just wasting time." But Daniel remembered his father's words and believed in himself. If he quit now, who would help the ships at sea? After weeks of hard work, Daniel created something special, a lantern that produced a strong, steady beam of light. He tested it in his backyard at midnight. The light was bright and clear. He smiled, feeling proud and hopeful. But would it be enough to help the lighthouse? The next morning, Daniel went to see the lighthouse keeper, Mr. Roberts. He carried his lantern in a bag, feeling nervous. What if Mr. Roberts laughed at him? But when he arrived and explained his idea, Mr. Roberts looked curious. "A new kind of lantern," he said. "All right, boy, show me what you've got." They climbed the steep steps to the top of the lighthouse. From there, Daniel could see the entire coastline. He could see fishing boats returning with their daily catch and children playing on the shore. He carefully installed his lantern in the place of the old light. As evening fell, they tested it. At first, the light flickered as Daniel adjusted the oil flow. Then, suddenly, it shone brightly, cutting through the darkness. Mr. Roberts was amazed. He waved at a fishing boat far out at sea. The boat's captain waved back, clearly seeing the signal. Word spread quickly that the lighthouse was shining again. That night, ships navigated safely, guided by the bright beam of Daniel's lantern. The townspeople who once doubted him stood on the docks, watching in awe. The next day, the town gathered to thank Daniel. Even those who teased him before shook his hand, saying, "We were wrong. You helped us all." The mayor congratulated him and gave him a small medal for his contribution to the town's safety. Daniel's parents were proud, their eyes filled with tears of joy. But Daniel knew this was not just about fixing a lighthouse. It was about having courage and believing in himself. He realized that everyone has a gift or a passion. It might not always fit the expectations of others, but that does not mean it's unimportant. He learned that creativity and hard work can solve problems that seem impossible. Over time, the lantern became famous. Sailors knew that the bright light would guide them home, even in stormy weather. Some people came from other towns to see the special lantern and learn how Daniel had made it. Daniel continued inventing, creating new devices to help his community. He fixed broken tools, improved water pumps, and designed simple machines that made daily life easier. People began to admire Daniel not only for his intelligence but also for his persistence. He never gave up, even when others discouraged him. He listened to advice but followed his own path. He understood that failure was part of learning, and every mistake brought him one step closer to success. In the end, Daniel's story spread beyond the town. Visitors who heard the tale would say, "This is the place where a boy's dream saved the lighthouse." Children in the village grew up believing they, too, could follow their dreams. Perhaps they would become inventors, artists, or explorers. The future seemed brighter, like the shining light of Daniel's lantern in the darkness. Moral: never underestimate the power of belief, creativity, and hard work. Even if others doubt you, trust yourself. With courage and determination, you can bring light into the darkness and achieve your dreams. If you enjoy these stories, please like, share, and subscribe for more.